What's up and what's going on YouTube? This is your boy I70NYC back with another Destiny gameplay video. This time around I'm going to do something a little different. For this video I'm going to go into my Guardian. So yeah, here we go. This is what my Guardian looks like today. The last video that I posted, I was light level 23. This was about maybe 3.5 weeks ago. Yeah, things have changed. I am now level 28, on the cusp of reaching level 29, and that all comes in part from the armor and the upgrades to that armor. So let's get right into it. First off, I'm going to show you my striker build. As you can see, I have completely maxed out the striker class. I have everything. Striker class was the first class that I completely leveled up, and yeah, so we get started first with the armor. And starting things off, as you can see, I am in possession of 2 exotic helmets. Right now I have equipped for my striker class the Helm of Inmost Light, which is the definitive striker class helmet. If you are running striker class, this is the helmet that you want to be wearing, and this is the reason why. The unlocks for the striker class helmet, the Helm of Inmost Light, go as follows. First off, we have Rain Blows, which increases melee attack speed. Next, you have the obvious defense upgrade, which also raises your light level. Next up, Invigoration, which reduces the melee cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Light. And next, we have the talent on this helmet that really makes it shine. Recklessness, which provides Death from Above and Headstrong for the Fist of Havoc. For those of you out there who are not Titans, Headstrong and Death from Above are 2 attributes that can be added on to the Fist of Havoc. And I will show you exactly what they are. First, we have Headstrong. Sprinting increases the leap distance of the Fist of Havoc. Basically, when you're in full sprint and you initiate the Fist of Havoc, it'll travel a further distance. Your Titan will jump further and faster forward than he would without this, which basically enables you to initiate it at a safer distance away from your intended target or targets. And next, obviously, Death from Above. Self-explanatory, it's the Superman punch. After jumping, Fist of Havoc can be aimed at enemies below. You jump up in the air, you initiate, you aim, your Titan comes crashing down to the ground fist first and destroys anything below him. With the Helm of Inmost Light, you have both of those already active if you've unlocked recklessness. Excuse me. So long as you have this helmet on and you are in striker class, both of those attributes to the Fist of Havoc are already active. You don't even have to set them. You can use them at any time you have a full super. What that translates to is that you can have Headstrong and Death from Above with the combination of the other 2 attributes to the Fist of Havoc. Aftermath, Fist of Havoc leaves a damage dealing field in its wake, basically creating a pulsating AoE effect on whatever area is that your Titan has struck, doing additional damage. Or, as I have set, Shockwave. Fist of Havoc unleashes a wave of devastating energy which travels along the ground, which basically pretty self-explanatory. When you initiate, and make contact with the ground, a wave of arc energy will travel forward about 20 or so meters in game, dealing the same arc damage that the Fist of Havoc would deal. So it's ideal for capturing points in control or salvage, or to be used in choke points. It's a room cleaner, basically. Anything that you initially hit and anything in front of you is pretty much dead. And with the Helm of Inmost Light, you can have either one, Aftermath or Shockwave, on top of the automatically assigned Death from Above and Headstrong. As I said before, it is the definitive Striker class helmet, as is the next helmet, the Helm of Saint 14, the definitive Defender class helmet. Now, as you can see, I've also completely leveled out my Defender class. I actually managed to do this earlier this week, Tuesday, actually. I fully leveled it up with help of this guy, the Helm of Saint 14. What it brings to the table is Rain Blows, once again, increases the melee attack speed. Next up, we have Inverse Shadow, increased super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. Basically, it's pretty much a PvE talent. You get bonus energy, super energy, for killing enemies. You basically gain it at a substantially higher rate than you would with any other helmet. So basically it allows your super to fill faster, allowing you to be able to use the Defender class super, the Ward of Dawn, at a higher regularity. And what makes this helmet effective is this guy right here, Starless Night. Your Ward of Dawn blinds enemies who enter it. This makes the Ward of Dawn that much more effective, that much more powerful a defensive and offensive tool. Pretty much Defender class is 100% based on defense. It's based on survivability. It's based on making you a tank for most practical purposes. Starless Night, as it says, blinds anyone who steps into the Ward of Dawn. Now, as you may know, when a Defender class Titan throws up the Ward of Dawn, you can enter into the Ward of Dawn and try and do damage to him. But so long as he or any of his teammates are in the Ward of Dawn, they get a boost to their durability. You get an added health boost so long as you're in the Ward of Dawn, which means anyone who comes in has to work especially hard to try and kill you while you're in the ward. But chances are you're going to kill them before they do you. With Starless Night, when they enter into the ward, they're blinded. Pretty much the same effect of getting hit by the flashbang grenade from the Striker class. The moment an enemy walks into your Ward of Dawn, they can't see anything, which pretty much makes them a sitting duck inside of the ward. You can shoot them, you can punch them, you can do whatever the hell it is that you want, because even if they try to run out of the ward, they're still going to be blinded for those 8 seconds, which is more than enough time for you to rip whoever was stupid enough to walk into your ward a new one. Continuing on, we have my gauntlets, Armada Type 3, the Vanguard Legendaries. They are completely leveled up. Next up, we have Caber's Wrath, which is the Titan Raid chest armor. I've gone into the Vault of Glass 3 times so far. I have yet to complete it. namely because the people that I went into the Vault of Glass with were completely fucking incompetent, but I'm going to go into that in my next video. But yeah, as you can see, I am one tier away from completely leveling this piece of armor out. I'm about 4 Ascendant Shards short. And now we have my leg armor, which is the Armada Type 3 leg armor, the Vanguard Legendary leg armor for Titans. Again, it's not completely leveled up because I am at a shortage of Ascendant Shards, which seems to be the bane of my existence in Destiny. I can get anything else. I have no trouble for some strange reason getting legendary Ingrams or anything else. It's the Ascendant Shards that they keep on shafting me on. And I mean shafting me. For the content that gives Ascendant materials, that being the daily heroic missions, the public events, they'll either give me Ascendant Energy, which is the Ascendant material needed to upgrade your legendary and exotic weapons, or they'll give me a strange coin. No Ascendant Shards. So, you know, my gear has been stuck at this level for quite a long time. You know, I've been stuck at 28 for maybe about a good week and a half, 2 weeks, since I, you know, got here. And that's because, you know, I'm getting crapped on in the Ascended Shard department. But anyways, last but not least, my Titan mark, I am wearing Atlas's Burden. I like it because it's not as showy and flashy as some of the other Titan marks, because I view my Titan as being, you know, down and dirty, gritty soldier type Titan. You know, he's not about honor, you know, I mean, he is about honor, excuse me. You know, he's not about being famous or anything like that. You know, he's just about going out, getting the job done, killing what needs to be killed, and protecting the last city. That's what my guy is. But anyways, I also like the phrase for Atlas's Burden here. Other ages had the Phalanx, the Carrier, the KKV. Now, you are the defining weapons system of our time. You can't tell me that doesn't sound fucking badass. Yeah. Anyways, as we move on, now we go over to the weapons side. And as you have obviously noticed throughout the course of this video, my present primary weapon is SUROS Regime. Hate if you want, you hating ass motherfuckers. I don't give a shit. SUROS Regime is the auto rifle that I wanted. When I saw it months and months ago, I said, that's the auto rifle that I want to run with. At the end of the day, when I do get an exotic, that's going to be the one that I'm going to spend the most time using. So, when Zur, the Agent of the Nine, had it for sale 2 or so weeks ago, and I had the necessary amount of strange coins, specifically because I've been getting shitted on in the Ascendant Shard department, I went and got it. And it is the best purchase that I have made as far as weapons go in Destiny. As you can see, my SUROS Regime is completely leveled up. It is as powerful as it can get. And with these two, Hammered Forge and Smart Drift Control, that max out the stability of the SUROS Regime, basically making it a killing machine. I mean, it was a killing machine to begin with, but that max stability pretty much means almost no muzzle drift when I am ADS. When I'm aiming down sights, the muzzle, the barrel hardly moves, so I can keep this sucker on target just hold down the trigger and destroy whatever is on the other side of the barrel. And even when firing this gun from the hip, the spread is barely noticeable. I mean, there is a spread, but it's manageable. It doesn't take much to get this gun under control. So, yeah, SUROS regime for the win. In my inventory, I'm also in possession of Bad Seed Down, which is also completely leveled up. Bad Seed Down, this is the gun that I was running with pretty much exclusively up until I got SUROS regime. Pulse rifles are my second choice in primary weapons behind the auto rifle. And last but not least, I have the A1 F19, the one of the Vanguard legendary scout rifles. I have not yet used it. I will eventually, but it's sitting there collecting dust. I'll get around to using it. And I got 2 blues, blah blah, who cares about those. Next up, for the special weapons, I am in possession of 4 legendary special weapons. Right now, I am using and working on the Epitaph, the Vanguard legendary sniper rifle. I am also in possession of the Supremacy, which is the legendary sniper rifle that was awarded in the Queen's Raft event that just ended this past Tuesday. I could completely level it up, but I'm at a shortage of Ascendant Energy. Next up, we have Light Beware, which I have used partially. I spend time bouncing between weapons. Depends on what my mood is, depends on what content it is that I'm playing. If it requires me to be long range, then I'll stick with my sniper rifle. If it requires me to be up close and personal, then I'll go on and use my fusion rifle, Light Beware, of which I got, might I also add, when I reached Vanguard 6. Yes, I am Vanguard 6. Post Vanguard 3, anytime that you reach a new level in the Vanguard, you pretty much get free weapons, free Vanguard weapons, marks, Vanguard marks, shaders, all kinds of goodies. But anyways, last but not least, I have Invisible Hand, which I got from a legendary Ingram, maybe about 5-6 days ago. Again, I use it sporadically. And last but not least, we have my heavy weapons. Right now, I am working on the Swarm. Yeah. Love this gun. Almost as much as I love the other machine gun that I am in possession of. That guy right there. Super good advice. I haven't used it in a while. Not since I got SUROS regime. But, I've leveled it up enough that the core talent that the gun has is available, which is super good advice. Almost all shots that miss their target will return to your magazine, and you are going to miss a few shots because if you notice, the rate of fire on this motherfucker is up there. But if you have the time and the patience to master taming this fucking beast and use it where it's supposed to be used, that being up close and personal to the biggest, baddest motherfucker on your screen, yeah, you won't have any trouble tearing that son of a bitch down. That's what super good advice is. It's a boss killer. That's pretty much, you're not using it for any other purpose aside from dealing as much rapid fire damage to the target immediately in front of you as possible. And last but not least, Unfriendly Giant, which I actually got back when I reached Vanguard 4 in a care package from the Vanguard. Again, I could level it up completely, but I don't have the Ascendant Charge to do so. I mean Ascendant Energy to do so. Now, these three, the Swarm and Unfriendly Giant, just like my special weapons, I'll switch between dependent on the situation that I find myself faced in. But yeah, that is my Guardian, my Titan, and his two forms. Mr. Badass here. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video right here. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. Give me a like. Show me some love. Show me some love in the club. Yeah. But anyways, this has been your boy I70NYC. And I'm out. Peace.